Price does not always dictate quality. Ready to run and gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. Truck Talk Wisdom. That means bupkis. Does price really dictate quality? No. It really doesn't. Those of you who have never really looked into it, I'm not saying you have to. I find it interesting. But markup in fishing equipment, oh my gosh. Markup is just astronomical. You'd be surprised. Just because you're buying a $500 reel, does that mean it's going to outperform, say, a $100 reel? Not necessarily. I've proven that myself. Now, if you buy a $30 reel, let's say at Walmart. Let's say you buy a $30 reel at Walmart from $30 or $40 for, let's say, a Lowe's. Because I have seen Lowe's at Lowe's. Lowe's at Lowe's, Lowe's at Walmart for like 40 bucks, 30, 40 bucks. You think that's the same quality reel as what you pay, say, $100, $150 for? Now, that one's not going to happen. In fact, a lot of the rods that you have, let's say at Walmart, are still baseline rods, if you think about it. Probably the best, I'm going to be honest with you, the best reacting blank that Walmart has, and these rods are going to run you about 50 bucks. But the newer lightning rods, especially the medium action casting blanks, man, that's a really good blank, and you can throw anything on it. I mean, from crankbaits to jigs to worms to topwater. It's just a really good blank. That's a 7-foot medium action lightning rod at Walmart. For the price, you can't beat it. I've got one. It's sweet. And I've looked at the other rods they have, some of the Lowe's and things like that. Yeah, they're really stiff. And of course, the cheaper you go, cheaper components you have. Now, granted, the lightning rods have a wrapped cork handle, which I removed off of mine and replaced it with EVA foam. But you get what you pay for. You know, they'd rather spend their technology in the guides and the blank in the reel seat rather than worry about the cork and everything else. I can understand that. What about lures? I mean, look at Megabass. Now, I'm not downing Megabass, but there is a lot of markup involved. I mean, $25 for a jerkbait, but you can get the blanks, aftermarket blanks. Probably Predator Baits probably has the best one of all the ones I've tried. Predator Baits probably has the best as far as really acting like the original and casting like it too. But those blanks are $3 pop. And then once you paint them, you can paint them in the same color systems as Megabass if you're really good with airbrushes. You do the same thing. Airbrushes. Here's something I've recently learned myself. I broke down and bought an Iwata. They're anywhere from 100 to 150 bucks. I bought one. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm in love with it. I ain't had an issue yet. I spent $100 on a kit that had the air compressor, which I love the air compressor. It's hardly, you don't even know it's in the same room with you. A little small one you can pack away. And it came with a few airbrushes. They did pretty good for the first couple of weeks. And then I had to babysit them over and over and over again. There you go. I mean, it's out of the deal. I got a really good multiple setup with the hoses, a great air tank that I just love. and everything else is in the building. I just have that one Awada. That's all I got. That's all I need. I'm good with that. But a price tag, just because something's expensive, it doesn't always mean it's better or a better deal. And perfect example. I started this. This is when I first learned this. Okay. I used to work at Orvis a long time ago. I mean, we're talking late 80s, early 90s. And they were transferring the phone lines from Vermont down to where I live down here in Virginia. Because the second hub is still here. And they were changing, or they were going to extend the fishing lines to where you can call in the evening time instead of just during the daytime. So they transferred the lines down here, so they had me in charge of the fishing department down here. I got to see what markup was. Ooh, any of you guys are fly fishermen, or you've been around enough to where you know who Orvis is, and Orvis has a name, you won't believe what their markup is on fly rods. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to go there because I haven't seen it in 30 years. Maybe it's changed. I don't know. But guys, I'm not kidding, man. Back then, there was some blanks. Well, cost of a standard Orvis fly rod, let's say the least expensive. Components, labor, everything on that rod, $250, $300 on average. And like I said, this rod might even be available anymore, but back then, that was $1,000 rod. See the markup? I'm just throwing that out there, see what you guys think. Just because you see an expensive price tag on something, it doesn't mean it's any better. There's always a way around. If you're going to buy junk, you get junk. Sometimes you get lucky junk, as I call it. Lucky junk is when you buy something that's not that expensive and lasts you for years. And that's awesome. That's why I call it lucky junk. But that's all I got today, guys. Leave in the comments, tell me what you think about it. See what have you guys learned? I'm sure some of y'all learned different stuff than I have. You might want to share it. I'd love to hear about it. So until next time, remember, new techniques are trendy, but bass never change. May the Father bless you and keep you in Yeshua's name, and as always, fish on.